There is a variety of fantastic finishing maneuvers in the world of WWE. After all, it is more often than not the finish of the match that you remember the most coming out of it. So in today's video, I'm going to be ranking my current top 10 WWE finishing moves. And the reason that I'm doing this today is that this weekend at For the Love of Progress 3 in Manchester, Simon Miller is going to be defending the Progress Proteus Championship against Charles Crowley. Now, in case you guys don't know about the Progress Proteus Championship, the stipulation of the title is that the champion, every single match, chooses the stipulation. And Simon Miller, being the good guy that he is, has decided to let fans decide the stipulation for his defense, and they have chosen a WWE Finishers match. Now, you might be asking, what the hell does that mean? Well, let me explain it very quickly. You can hit as many WWE finishers as you like, but you can only pin or try to submit somebody after using a WWE finisher. So without further ado, let's get into my list. And in at number 10, we have Pete Dunne's Bitter End. Now, ironically, and this genuinely wasn't deliberate, Pete Dunne, of course, is a Progress Wrestling original. But his Bitter End finisher, I've always loved. It's so unique, and you literally end up on your head as well. So it is absolutely brutal. It is realistic. We often don't see it enough, but I remember when he had that reign with the NXT UK Championship. Honestly, if he hit you with this move, it was all done. In at number 9, CM Punk's Go to Sleep. Now, I know this one is a little bit controversial because, of course, CM Punk doesn't really hit it as well as he used to, but even still, I think it deserves to be on this list. It is so iconic. It is literally a knee to the face, so it is very realistic as well. And again, let's be real, so many people talk about it. So yes, maybe he doesn't hit it as well as he used to. Hey, maybe Kenta hits it better than him now. But even still, I think it deserves a place on this list. But something interesting, of course, is that we know Kenta has an issue with CM Punk using the Go to Sleep. After all, Kenta used it first. Kenta also has involvement with Defy Wrestling and Progress Wrestling, and only lost the Defy Championship the other day against Ricky Starks. So if Simon Miller or Charles Crowley were to use the Go to Sleep this Friday in Manchester, would Kenta potentially have a problem with that? Well, that could be an interesting storyline from there for sure. In at number 8, we have Bianca Belair's Kiss of Death, otherwise known as the KOD. She delivers it so well, and I remember, I think it was last week on SmackDown, she hit it on Pip and Niven, and I thought to myself, flippin' heck, that looked brutal. I mean, honestly, the strength she has is amazing, and she hits it so well every single time. It is also extremely protected and looks great. In at number 7, another controversial one, Cody Rhodes' Crossroads. Now, a lot of people, for some reason, I was seeing online earlier, have a big issue with this finishing move. And I'm not exactly sure why. It's unique, you literally get landed on top of your head, it looks brutal, and there's so many different ways you can get into that move as well. I love it. Now, maybe the issue people have with it is the fact that a lot of people do kick out of the move, and I do agree with it. It shouldn't take 3 of them, and more often than not, it does. So I understand that, but as an actual finishing move, it looks brutal, it's unique, you can easily get into it from a variety of positions. I love it. In at number 6, we have Braun Breaker's Spear, and spears are so overdone in wrestling. We've seen them time and time again, but Braun Breaker has brought something new and fresh to the spear, and every single time it looks like he is hitting it for real, and quite frankly, he might just be. He is literally tearing these people in half, cutting them in half. I mean, we saw the one with Speed which went viral, mega viral, and it just looks absolutely brutal. Now, WWE love to make a big point about how this guy runs between the ropes faster than anybody has before, but the fact that he does that and then hits a spear, I mean, it's just brutal, and I love it. But before we do get into the top 5, let me quickly tell you about how you guys can watch this weekend's Progress For the Love of Progress 3 live from Manchester, of course, if you are not there in person. And that is very simply on Demand Progress Plus. And if you use our exclusive code WatchProgress1, you will get 50% off your first month or first year subscription, so it is well worth doing. It is a super user-friendly streaming service. I'm a big Progress guy. I won't shut up about how much I love Progress, and this weekend's event, this Friday's event, is sure to be an absolute banger. In at number 5, we have Sol Ruka's Soul Snatcher. This move is so ridiculously unique. Honestly, I've never seen anything like it before. I remember she hit it for the first time on an episode of NXT Level Up, and it went mega viral out of the gates. And I remember she said that she was so surprised that it went viral. I certainly was not. It looks so unique. It is so cool. You get landed on your head. It is absolutely brutal. And if her trajectory continues, she gets called up to the main roster and she becomes a star on there, then this finisher could move up this list. This could become one of the best WWE finishers of all time if she is used right. I'm super excited to see what's next for her in her future. In at number 4, we have Drew McIntyre's Claymore Kick. And I remember when I first saw this finisher for the first time, I wasn't really a fan of it. I preferred his old finisher, the Future Shock, and I just thought this kind of looked a little bit naff. Like, it wasn't really that good of a finishing move. But over the years, boy oh boy, has this grown on me. I mean, the sound it makes every single time. Of course, he's slapping his leg, but even still, it is crazy. You can hit it out of nowhere, and it's fantastic. He has hit so many great ones over the years now, especially when it's like from a reversal or something like that during a sequence. It is honestly brilliant. It has grown on me so much. It is one of those out of nowhere finishing moves and one of those that you kind of just remember and looks brutal every single time. Yes, it's simple, but he does it very, very well. And for that reason, it has to be in the top 5, and it's 4th place for me personally. In at number 3, Seth Rollins' Curb Stomp. I mean, very simply, this is stomping on someone's head and putting them into the floor. It is going to hurt. In fact, in real life, it might just kill you. So, of course, it has to be in the top 3. It is a brutal move, but Seth Rollins does it safely every single time. It looks great, and it looks realistic as well. And again, it is one which you can kind of hit out of nowhere. You can hit it in sequences like we've seen over the years. And I really am a sucker for finishing moves which you can hit out of nowhere, which we'll get more into in just a second. But before we do get to the top 2, if you guys could like and comment on this video, that would be very much appreciated. Here at Wrestling Republic, we create between 5 to 10 free videos every single week. And in addition to that, we have a live daily stream every single day at 8 p.m. UK, 3 p.m. Eastern in America, and 12 p.m. Pacific in America. I hope to see you guys there. In at number 2, we have AJ Styles' Styles Clash. Now, the reason why I fell in love with AJ Styles the first time I saw him was the Styles Clash. Honestly, it is such a unique finishing move. I've never seen anything like it at all. And he's made it work. He really, really has done. And yes, if you think about it a bit logically, you are only, hitting somebody on their front. But at the same time, you are doing it with power, and it looks so cool. You can also then hook their legs and immediately go in for the pin. So it is super, efficient in that way as well. And it is so ridiculously unlike most of the other finishing moves that I personally do like. But even still, I don't know why. I can't explain it, but I absolutely love it. Am I overrating it? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. But in at number 1, and honestly, I don't really think this one's controversial, we have Randy Orton's RKO. You can hit it out of nowhere. It is one of the most over, in fact, it is the most over finishing move in the history of WWE. No finishing move has ever become so big in the mainstream as the RKO. We have seen the meme videos, we have seen the articles telling kids not to do it in schools and all of that, but it is just such a unique, it is so insane. You can hit it out of nowhere and it looks brutal. I mean, what more can you ask for from a WWE finishing move? It is unique, you can hit it in sequences, you can hit it out of nowhere, as he likes to say, but also it just looks like, it would hurt. It absolutely does. Your head is going into the mat. So yeah, those are my top 10 finishing moves. Make sure to check out Simon Miller versus Charles Crowley for the Progress Proteus Championship this Friday at Progress for the Love of Progress 3 in Manchester. And you can check that out on Demand Progress Plus and use code WATCHPROGRESS1 to get 50% off your first month for all year plan on Demand Progress Plus. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.